Hi, I'm Claudia Fox, the host of Let's Update. As a realtor, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of homes over the years. And one thing I've noticed, just like flour, no two homes are alike. Now, I've taken a lot of tips myself and used them in my home. And I thought maybe you would like to see some of these and you can use them too. I live in Heritage Village in Salisbury, and I have renovated 2 condos there. The first was a 1-bedroom and the second was a 2-bedroom. And who knew? Step by step, I just discovered these skills and a talent for decorating. And I love both of the condos. One of the things that I learned was you don't have to know how to do something. You can take the first step and just explore that. So I was living in the first condo while it was being renovated. I got different people, so I was kind of like the general contractor, and I just followed step by step. So I'm going to show you some of the things I did. In the upcoming shows, I will be showing you neighbors' condos, but in this one, I'll be showing you mine. Also, I did 2 half-hour videos on my condo from beginning to end and what I did, and that's on YouTube under Claudia Fox, Decorating Ideas and Tips. So if you want to expand and learn more, just go to YouTube. So let's start with my first photo and I'll walk you through. This is my entrance. And here I painted the door. I put a shade on it because it's all glass. And I didn't like the fact that you could just, walk up to the door and be there and be able to look in. So I created some privacy. And you can also see the light fixture that's hanging down. I got a new, more modern light fixture and put the little area rug so that when you come in, after wiping your feet on the rug outside, you can wipe them on the inside as well and not track things through. Let's take a look at the next photo. This is my living room. Now, if you had been in this condo before I got a hold of it, you would have said, no way, no. It was quite a disaster. It not only was filthy, it also had a cat odor, which I honestly had sleepless nights. I thought, I'll never get it out, but I kept hoping. And each day we would take out something else and I would say, now maybe the smell will go. But it wasn't until the end that it finally came out. And let me tell you, after a couple of months, that was a sigh of relief. I really thought I had made a mistake. So this is my living room. And it's actually, I put the couch and the chairs at an angle. And that was because when I walked in, it just seemed too square, too uniform, too structured. So it wasn't until after I had put up a Christmas tree and put my couch at an angle that it occurred to me that that was a good way to decorate the living room. So it's now permanent. I also am really fond of doing groupings of pictures on the wall. In my first condo, I had it was very clean, sparse, modern. And I just felt I loved it, and it was a great change from I came from a 6-bedroom home that was fairly old-fashioned, and I just wanted something new, a new start. But when I got into this condo, I started thinking more warmth. So that's when I went back to putting up different groupings of pictures. So you can see my horse, which I actually got at a local store. It was not that expensive, but it's a great look. It feels great in there. Okay, the next photo, please. This is to show you the full grouping with a horse in the middle, a house on the left, and then 2 flower pictures on the right. And I always try to look and say, let's just work with this wall, or let's just work with this corner and make it feel warm and inviting. The next photo will show you the whole view coming in from the hall. So I added a dresser and a photo, and then you can see into the dining room where I really got crazy with the group photos. There are quite a few, and they kind of came in stages because I just wasn't sure what to do. So I went to different places. The 4 in the middle, actually, I got in France, and the others I got at local stores. I also used to frequent frame shops, and they would have pictures, and then they would be going out of business or have a big sale. And I'd pick up a bunch of them that I liked and just keep them for future use. So I was able to use them in this condo. Okay, the next photo, please. And here is a close-up of those photos, along with my dining room. Now, a lot of people have said to me, how do you keep everything so nice and white and clean? The table's gray, but that's because there's been a pandemic, quite honestly, and I haven't had many people over. I'm not sure what will happen when it's in full use, but I did do some Scotch guarding. The light fixture I changed. I put all new light fixtures, and I kept those as modern and contemporary looking as I could. Behind the light, I had a big old antique mirror, so I put that, and I went to a local store and got a little table to put under it, and I painted that myself. Okay, next. So here's my fireplace, and the fireplace was actually green, and it had little tiles of birds. So you can see it's quite updated. This is in the living room, and I painted it white and then had somebody put in tiles. And then I painted, you can see the gray doors. Those were gold. So I painted those gray. I got special paint, not a big deal. I did 2 coats, and it totally changed the look. The mirror I had, and the vases I got at a local store, not expensive. I like to do things frugally because this way I have the option to make changes without thinking, oh, I spent a fortune on that, and it's here for life. This way I have more options. I can move things in and out more easily. Okay, the next photo, please. This is the kitchen. Now, in the kitchen, the cabinets were kind of hanging down from the ceiling. So the contractor pulled those cabinets up. It already had molding, which was quite nice. He stuck an extra little layer of molding at the top, And we painted the cabinets white as well as put new handles. Now, I put new handles on everything in the apartment. I think updated handles they just totally changed the look. I got a new countertop and all new appliances. I got the stainless steel appliances. Now, the trick was measuring. It's a little complicated, but you can do it. You can do it. I did it. Of course, I did sweat some bullets over it, but I did get the right measurements, and I just went to a local store. They delivered everything, and the contractor put them in. You can see all the way to the end of the photo. There's a counter space there, and I have 2 stools, so I think the next photo shows that. Nope, this shows the other side of the kitchen leading into the dining room. Let's do the next photo. This is the bedroom area. So this I totally painted. I did gray throughout. I got the most popular gray and did it throughout the whole apartment. You'll see at the far end there's a window seat. I made that cushion. I went on the internet. I looked up how to make a seat cushion, and honestly, it was easier than I thought. It was just the time. I had to get a piece of plywood and a cushion, like a foam cushion, and some fabric. And use my trusty staple gun, and there is a nice window seat. I got the pillows. I got 8 pillows at a local store, so I used those in the living room, and I used them here as well. Another thing I did just to add some color was to go online to a store and ordered a chair. It's kind of a paisley chair, and it fits in very nicely in the bedroom. And the other things I had, so the pictures I was able to put up, the bust of, I don't know who it is, but I love having it there. And so that decorated the bedroom. And the next photo is, this is my part of my closet space. I like clothes. So when I came, I had a closet in the 2nd bedroom and a closet in this master bedroom, and it just wasn't enough. So I went to a store and I got the 3 cabinets, and then my contractor put molding on the top, which gave it a really nice look. And in the center, I put shelves, and my television is in there. And that consists of the bedroom. The next photo, this is a little antique dresser that I had for my son. So he's 36. It's gone through different phases. I had it just totally refinished down to the wood. But once I got here, I really enjoyed all the white. So I did paint it white. And on the top are just different kinds of jewelry, which I hung up. Okay, and next. Next, this is my master bathroom. This was the last piece that came out, not this new one, but the cabinet was the one that had the cat smell the worst. So when that went, and I had not planned on replacing that, I had planned on painting it. But when I saw we moved it out into the bedroom so that they could do the flooring, I said, that smell followed into the bedroom. So that went out, and that was the last of it. So I went and purchased cabinets, and it's very modern looking. It's just really, I love my bathrooms. let's look at the shower. The shower I designed from looking at different tiles, and I really enjoyed my big shower. I totally took the bathtub out, and because I didn't really use it, but I love the big shower. And again, I took the shades and covered that whole window. Next, this is a different look at the bathroom. I put a picture over the toilet, and I have a little bath mat hanging there that I use, and I do so enjoy being here. Next, please. These are photos of my brother's garden. He lives in Seattle, Washington, and he has a garden that was featured in some magazines. It overlooks the Sound, Puget Sound, and he has fruit trees and vegetables and flowers, and it's hard to see in this picture, but I took some photos when I was out there and framed them. So it's nice to take personal things and frame them, as you probably know, and they make great wall pieces. To the right was a little window, so I got a little accordion cover and for privacy there. Next. This is the second bedroom, and the contractor is a carpenter, and he made this for me. Now, when he first told me he could make it, he was new to me, so I had really no idea of what his work was like, what his work ethic was like, and what the finished product would look like. I totally took a chance on this. As it turned out, it was quite lovely, and he was a very diligent worker. But the process was I gave him a down payment, and he started working on it. So he was also working on the condo. So about 6 weeks went by, and I said to him, gee, do you have anything to show me for the bookcase? And he sent me some pictures, and it looked like something you could buy in the least expensive local store, and I was mortified. But I didn't say anything because I thought it's too late now, and I don't want to upset him. So, but then 2 weeks later, he said, I can bring it. So I was excited to hopefully see something good. And he brought this in, and honestly, it was the wow factor. It's so beautiful in person. And I had given him measurements for all of my things that I wanted to go in. So he put cupboards, and the space is just perfect for me. So I highly recommend doing something like that. Okay, next. This is the wall opposite the bookcase, and again, I used a cluster of photos, and I had 2 leather pieces, so I just put them together. The little Christmas tree on the right, my son made when he was in the 3rd or 4th grade, and so I framed it, and that's always a nice reminder. And he was quite the little artist. Okay, and next. This is the second bathroom. So I kept things pretty even. I think when you use the same colors, and I kept the floors all the same, I think it gives a bigger look. The more things you have in a room, the more you close it in. So this has the same flooring, the same style of cabinet, and also the over-the-counter sink. Now, I don't know. I don't recommend them unless you make sure to get the plug that goes up and down, because on mine, for whatever reason, when I use the water, it does splash up against the mirror. So I'm not fond of that. I don't think I'd do it again. But there are those that I think do work, and I've heard there are things you can get to prevent that from happening. So that's my next step. And there is a shower in this room, although smaller, and so that should be the next photo. There it is. So they did such a great job. My contractor had two brothers, and oddly enough, they just went around and did everything together. For example, when they did the shower, all three of them were in that little bathroom working together. They get along so well, and such a great family. It was fun to see. And so that really concludes the photos for my condo. But again, as I said, if you'd like to see more of that, you can go to YouTube. Just look under Claudia Fox, Decorating Ideas and Tips, and you can watch me walk through the whole condo and explain everything one piece at a time. Now, my tip here for you today is just do it. Take the action. You can always change it. You can always redo it. Sometimes you might waste a little bit of money, but in the end, you save a lot of money if you get the right contractors. You can do a great job, and you might discover a new talent. You might discover a new career. Who knows? So, again, I hope you will join me for future shows, and you can contact me with any questions you have at Claudia Fox 48@yahoo.com. So that's an email address, Claudia Fox with one X, 48@yahoo.com. I hope to see you at my next show. Thank you for joining me. Okay.
With all the sounds, nothing's ever come through on there.
Okay, okay.
And you can actually just leave that on the chair. You don't
Oh,
have to
okay.
disconnect it.
Okay,
You can
okay.
leave it all connected.
Good, good.